to a game called Lost Wiki Kozlovka, which is a kind of, from what I've gathered on the Steam page, is a detective slash puzzle game where you're supposed to go through different Wikipedia articles and solve a mystery in a small town in an Eastern Europe. And it looked really cool, and I wanted to try it. So that's what I did, and now I have it, and I'm gonna play it. So I don't really know what to expect from this. It did remind me of that one game where you're like a person waiting when someone calls you with some kind of problem, and you're supposed to figure out if it's some kind of supernatural problem or something. And I don't know if it's similar to that. I don't think I've ever played this kind of game, but I wanted to try it because it looked kind of cool. So let's get into it. Potential job in Kozlovka. I've read your articles and I think you can notice what others miss. You're thorough and more importantly careful. That's what I need. I've granted you limited access to the database. It holds more than enough if you know where to look. Attachments, database instructions. Use the hyperlinks to navigate around the database. Drag the right words into the report. When you are satisfied with your conclusion, submit findings to me. I will review them. Oh, okay. In the mail, press the attachment file you would like to review. Hold and drag it to move. Scroll to zoom. Alt and move. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's the only email. That kind of looks like a mix of like either Ukrainian or maybe Russian. I don't know if I. Oh, thank you. Okay. There is no other email. These are the attachments. So let's see. Kozlovka. Oh, so this is I can. Oh, so it always highlights what I can drag. Okay. Is there anything? Oh, okay. So this is where I'm supposed to submit the findings. System code followed by the local area code. Okay. And images, it's just images. So this is probably like I'll view it. So, Kozlovka is a small town located in the eastern region of Zarnava, nestled at the edge of the Bialowieza forest. I will check if this forest, located next to the town of Kozlovka, known for its distinctive natural features, it is a home to an ancient tree, which is believed to be over 1,000 years old, unique and rare fungus. I think distinctive natural features is distinct ecosystem. At the heart of the forest, a tall tree stands proud. The locals refer to as the darkened oak. It is craving. It is a rare and ancient tree. The carving on the trunk was said to be a pagan tradition to honor the agricultural season. It is protected by the Zarnavian government in 1991 after establishing their independence. The tree is the primary host for the fungus. Okay. The town itself has a thriving something business, so let's go back to it. Can I make it a little smaller so it will fit? No. Okay. Agricultural achievements. Kozlovka was founded in 1887 and survived significant challenges, including German occupation during World War II. So I think it's like agriculture business. Bountiful harvests. Yeah, so Drag any valid text from the database. Alternatively, click on the slot to fill in the current article. Click on a filled slot to reset it. Press submit. Okay, I think this is what it was supposed to be. Okay. I didn't want to read it again because that's something that we read together. Lisenko.b, Kozlovka local. Need more than this. You found something, but not enough. If you want to keep going, you'll need to understand where this place began. Look for patterns and connections. The flowchart is a tool, not a solution. Follow the threads, not the labels. So he is the same who sent us about the potential job, Lisenko. Okay. I don't know how to use the flowchart tool. So oh, click on the hyperlinks to access an article. Bookmark icon allows you to bookmark the article visible in the flowchart. The flowchart gives you access to any visited article. Click and drag to navigate. Use scroll wheel buttons to zoom in and out. So, where do I see the flowchart? So I have to get... This is probably like the fungus, and I have to try and figure out... The locals clearly hold spiritual beliefs that at first this was not unfounded for their colonies of symbiotic ergot around the tree. The fungus is likely the cause of town's agricultural success. So I need to find out pagan season. I still don't know how to use the flowchart. I'll either figure it out or I will never figure it out. So let's try to see what the yeast two mean. So, oh, this is the flowchart. Okay, I am just an idiot. So, agricultural achievements. Known for its agricultural achievements, their yearly yield supplies around 10% of the food in Zarnava. Whoa! Their medicinal herbs are also known to be overly potent. Even with their success, there have been pushes to industrialize their practices, most notably the modern farming initiative. I don't think this is the way to go, but let's see. Proposed by Jan Dragunov in 1991 to revise Kozlovka's agricultural practices. It was approved. I think this will just take me back years. It was approved by Zarnavian government after achieving independence in the same year. The proposal involved Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky, who was invited to the town to undergo research. The proposal was ultimately scrapped. From an earlier entry, okay. Jan Dragunov is the current mayor of Kozlovka. He came into the mayorship. Wait, he's the one who wanted to modernize the farming, and now he's the mayor. He came into the mayorship after he superseded Attila Dragunov in 1992. He was best known for proposing the modern farming agriculture initiative, in which he invited Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky to Kozlovka to undergo research. Attila Dragunov, so this is also modified, was the mayor of Kozlovka from 1945 to 1992. Wow! He was best known for establishing the Kozlovka police force and his affection for bisons. He was superseded by his son, Jan Dragunov, when he mysteriously vanished as the part of the tragedy commonly known as the 19th disappearance. Well, that's creepy. Thank God I am recording this while it's light out, otherwise I would be so scared. 15 people vanished from Kozlovka over the course of 2 months in the summer of 1992. Most notably, Attila Dragunov was among the missing, as well as one non-local. The investigation led by Jan Dragunov ran cold after a year, having only found a few items from several victims. This was the most recent tragedy that the town had to endure. I'm definitely bookmarking this. What the fuck? The only other part I can go to is the track. Okay. Click on the numbers to enter. Okay, so tragedy is restricted access. So let's see. Farming initiative we have checked. Kazimir Ostrovsky. Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky is a Russian mycologist who specializes in the study of a rare fungi. He moved to Zarnava and dedicated most of his 30-year career studying the symbiotic ergot. He was invited to Kozlovka as a part of the Modern Farming Initiative, primarily researching the ecosystem in Bielowieza forest. Symbiotic ergot. Claviceps symbiotica, I have no idea if I'm reading that right, is a unique fungus in the Bielowieza forest that relies on a symbiotic relationship with their plant host, the darken oak. The fungus known to cause extraordinarily fertility of the surrounding land. Dr. Kazimir Ostrovsky was the leading expert in the symbiotic ergot. Though uncommon, it can also be used as a medicinal herb. Ironically, due to Kozlovska's incredibly fertile soil, the medicinal herbs grown in the area are too potent for use and are not approved by the government. However, some locals vouch for their effectiveness, such as the local pharmacist Dr. Mstislav Dragunov, another one, and the witch, although she advocates for more of its use in ancient pagan rituals. So this is another brother or someone? Dr. Mstislav Dragunov is an accomplished medical doctor. This is also modified. So I feel like there's, around them, there's like some kind of propaganda or something. Medical doctor and the local pharmacist of Kozlovka. He was the first to formulate a medicine using the local colony of symbiotic ergot. No one has ever been able to replicate his success. He is a vocal advocate of using Kozlovska medicinal herbs. Dobre, let's go to the witch. Oh, that's creepy. The witch is a local shaman who owns a small shop on Kozlovska's high street. She is most known for her appearance, with her iconic one bloodshot eye. Even as a pillar of Kozlovska's culture, there is a decline in interest for ancient pagan rituals. As a tourist, you can get her signature spiritual chalk. Spiritual chalk is the flagship product of the witch, a local shaman on Kozlovska's high street. It is advertised to be able to commune with the surrounding nature and the souls of those who perished with rune symbols. Traditionally, it is a woman's job to mark sites with rune symbols, as many did in the past. I would really like to be able to get to the rune symbols. But let's see what we haven't. So this is something we have finished. So there's still more. Kozlovska tragedies. Oh, this is something we can't. So usually, if I understand this correctly, this can go from 1 to 9. So I need basically 4 numbers. I would like to try 1992. No, okay. I tried the year, but okay, then let's go further about this. I want to go to the darkened oak. So we checked the Bielowieza forest and the ergo. So the one that we didn't do is the Zarnavian government. Year of Zarnava's independence. Okay. Zarnavian Cultural Preservation Initiative. So when did they become When did they become? I feel like maybe I'm going too deep into all of this and I should have been able to find it normally. Wait, let's close this because... Oh, so it will remember. Okay. My college is 30 years. Modern Farming Initiative. After achieving independence in the same year, so 1991. Passcode accepted, loading page. Cool. Zarnavian Cultural Preservation Initiative. This initiative... Oh, Slavic rune symbols, okay. This initiative started in 1991 when Zarnava gained its independence. Its purpose was to preserve sites and documents of cultural significance. See below the lists of topics related to the ZCPI. Darken Oak, Modern Farming, Slavic runes, Kozlovka, Town Leisure. Okay. Modern Farming. So this just gets me back, and this is forever unlocked now? Yeah, seems like. Okay. So the one I want to check, I think this is, yeah. I was wondering if because I unlocked it there would be some kind of change in the text, but there is also rune symbols. Slavic rune symbols. Zarnavians have an Eastern Slavic ancestry and formed pagan beliefs, some of which come in the form of runes. Few locals, like the witch, still believe they hold power. See below the list of most common. See below the list of common Slavic symbols. Perun's mark, associated with the god of thunder, this Slavic rune was believed to offer protection against misfortune and ill omens. Rodovik, this is a Slavic rune linked to a family lineage and ancestral blessings, frequently found in household objects. Perun's mark is something the witch, had as the choke. No, this is the family. So this is the lineage, The Rodovnik? Yes. Frequently found on household objects. Izvini, this Slavic rune is a symbol of forgiveness and peace. It is often used in pagan rituals associated with restless spirits. Zemina's cross. This is something that was definitely on the top. This Slavic rune is a symbol of fertility tied to bountiful harvest. It is often carved onto tools or boundary stones. And then I think this is the bottom one. Twin glyph, the two interwoven lines represent duality, growth and decay, renewal and remembrance. Some rural communities believe that this Slavic rune was a symbol of transition rather than an end. Let's check the tree. Yeah, and the bottom one is also twin glyph. Engraved on the tree there are two runes, the top being Zemnia's cross and the bottom being twin glyph. The locals clearly hold spiritual beliefs tied to the forest. These beliefs are not unfounded, for there are colonies of symbiotic ergot around the tree. The fungus is likely the cause of the town's agricultural success. The real brief. Thank you. Apologies for being cautious. I needed to know you were the right person for the job. I haven't been fully honest with you. This isn't just research. Someone I cared about disappeared in the early 90s. So it's probably one of the 15 people that disappeared in 1992. Official records are incomplete and inconsistent. Most people stopped asking. I didn't. So the disappearance. In 1990s, yeah, 90s disappeared. There were a string of disappearances, most notably the mayor. Someone was also a victim of the disappearance. It was because of this that the initiative was scrapped, I think. The victim's belongings were found in the which is where they presume to have met their ends. So still no hint. Still no hint, which I am unhappy about. Not gonna lie, we figured this one out. No, that's not what I wanted. Ah, so... Proposal involved Dr. Kazimierz Ostrowski. He moved to Zarnawa. Is it the brother? No, he is a vocal advocate. Okay, so let's see what we haven't checked yet. So there's still some stuff in Kozlovka. Founded in... Oh, Dragunov family. Date of winter festival. Wait, I have to write this down. Give me a second. I need to find some... Oh, notebook. Great, great. I hope I won't make a mess of things. So... I knew there was something about their family. I mean, obviously, but still. Oh, okay, you're writing. So... Dragunov family, which is founded, so... Dragunov family. It is from founded in 1887, and it is in Kozlovka, and it requires the password of what exactly it was? Some winter something. Date of winter festival. Date of winter festival. There's only 4 numbers. I wonder if it's gonna be like probably not the year, so I guess the month and the day. Okay, great. What about the occupation? Battle of the Forest from 1941 to 44. Kozlovka was occupied by the Germans, and also this is modified as well, and was a main source of food supply for the battalions occupying the region. In June 1944, a huge offensive was launched concerning the Nazi in the Bialowieza forest. Dozens of lives were lost to the forest, which ended in a Soviet victory. Afterwards, Zarnawa declared independence in 1991. Okay, so Dragunov family. So it opens as like this, so I don't have to reconnect. Okay, that's nice. So Kozlovka tragedies is also locked, and we don't have any hint. So that's all from that side, and the only side we can go is the town ledger. No hint available either. Huh. On this, then all of the links I have basically wait, maybe... What was it? The winter... No, I didn't want to clean it. Date of winter festival, so it will probably be something in the pagan... Spiritual chalk. The witch, no. This is the wound, the battle. This was the preservation initiative. The town ledger is locked. I don't think I can, from the witch, get anything. So basically the only way forward is to find out the date of the winter festival. I wonder if it's something I can Google. Enter your system code followed by the local area code. Wait, I think I have that. Oh wait. My system code is 342, followed by the local area code. I mean, there are too many choices to just try to force it. I don't know what is the local area code. I don't think I don't think I found it anywhere for now. Oh, that's the return. Maybe it's somewhere in the pictures? Oh, there's also a room, and this one is the thunder god, I think. It's creepy. This is where this we went to. It was approved by the Navian government. Hmm. So he's the current mayor, blah blah blah. Meow. Meow. How do I figure out? Oh, these are like the... I think this is the room for... like the sad thing. It's often used in pagan rituals associated with restless spirits. There is many rooms. Is this where they disappeared? Okay, so all the undiscovered links currently are locked. Because it's the family, the tragedies, and the legend. And the only quote-unquote idea we have is the family, which is the date of Winter Festival. But wait, Winter Festival, that's gonna be probably December. But I don't remember exactly when. I would have thought that he is the one who disappeared, but he is. Right? He is. He was invited. I think he is the one who disappeared. What was scrapped is definitely the modern farming initiative. That's something that was definitely scrapped. I think he is the one who disappeared. And then what was the last part? The victim's belongings were found in. They were presumed to have met their ends. Ah! This again. As one non-local. That's why I think that it is Dr. Casimir, because he was non-local. He was invited to the town. I think... Oh, wait. This is where... I think this is the same room that is in the Bialocewa forest. So this is where they found the Bialocewa forest. In 1990s, there were a string of disappearances, most notably at Ladrago. Dr. Casimir Ostrowski was also a victim of the disappearance. It was because of this that the modern farming initiative was scrapped. The victim's belongings were found in the Bialowieza forest, which is where they were presumed to have met their ends. I can't believe they were so close to the town. This changes a lot of things. I need you to investigate further. By now you must have tried to access our tragedy page. Yeah. We normally don't show this to the public, but I'll make an exception. Attachment. Oh. Volha Lysenko. He lives in Kozlovka, right? Because local. Town Hall. Yes, Kozlovka. Oh, is this the local thingy, maybe? 451. Right! Shut up. My thingy is 342. 342. 4. 451. Yes, welcome to the redacted bypass. With this program, you can access data from articles that have been previously modified by local authorities. Insert article name to continue. Hell yes. So this is permanently open. Okay. So now you can finally read all about the dragon family. And then we'll probably get somewhere else. Okay, dear Volha. So this is our Mr. or Mrs. Lysenko. Thank you for contacting the town hall. After considering your close relationship with the governing bodies, your request to access the article Kozlovka Tragedies has been approved. Below is a one-time code to access the page. So let's go right there, right away. 7328. 7328. Kozlovka Tragedies. For an uneventful town, Kozlovka has had a fair share of tragedies throughout its history. See below a list of notable incidents. So, 90s disappearance we have. Summer Plague. This is also modified. In August 1990, an unusual wave of deaths spread across the town. Most victims had pre-existing medical conditions and were found deceased in their homes. Post-mortems revealed unidentified fungal matter within the bloodstream. Suspected at first to be a fast-moving contagion, the tragedy ended as suddenly as it began. Wait, I hope I'm recording. Yes, I am. How long have I been playing? Half an hour. In 1965, so a lot... quite earlier, like 30 years ago, a tragedy occurred occurred. Wait, what year was this one? 19. Oh, yeah, that's good. In 1965, a tragedy occurred when locals were reporting their pets missing to the authorities. It was revealed that dozens of animals were found mutilated at the foot of the darkened oak. Although the investigation was quickly resolved, the bodies were proven difficult to retrieve due to them decaying at a faster rate in the soil. Battle of the Forest. Okay, this is something we have read. And now the Festival Massacre, which will probably give us the date of the Winter Festival. In 1892, so a long time ago, dozens of locals were killed during the Winter Festival. The culprit was caught murdering festival attendees in front of the darkened oak. So again and again, we are getting back to the weird oak, and it's probably the reason, like every couple of years or sometime they have to, have some kind of sacrifice to have a good harvest. When cornered, the culprits slit their own throat and joined their victims at the foot of the tree. This is the earliest tragedy recorded in Kozlovka. So, the Winter Festival. The Winter Festival occurs every year on 15 December. 1520. 1512. The festival celebrated the hardship between people endured through the year. Wives would take up their husbands' tools as a sign of kinship and equal footing. The holiday is no longer celebrated. Okay, Dragunov family then. Kozlovka was founded by Bohdan Dragunov and Alina Dragunova. The story goes that their love guided them to this plot of land in hopes of starting anew as a family. A memorial was erected to honor the family, which includes a quote that reads, "For the loss of a few, there is still many." I am sure they are sacrificing someone. Bogdan Dragunov was a founding member. I haven't even read what I'm supposed to see. Or whatever. Bogdan Dragunov was a founding member of Kozlovka. Originally a carpenter, his career shifted to farming after having their first child, who was born sickly. He was famous for being a terrible farmer, but nevertheless persevered. He was always devout to his wife, and has famously said to have borrowed her strength in times of need. Okay, we read that women usually wrote the glyphs using the chalk, so I am sure that there is some kind of witchcraft going on. Alina Dragunova. Alina Dragunova was a founding member of Kozlovka. She was incredibly spiritual, of course, and set up the Winter Festival as her way of celebrating her husband's crops. The festival attracted dozens of people whose families make up Kozlovka today. She was always devout to her husband and was known in the community to set everything aside for the sake of the couple. Okay, I think for now that's all we can read. This is still locked, and we unlocked this. Okay, so let's do the report. For a small town, Kozlovka had its fair share of tragedies. Among them, these are the tragedies that coincide with sudden spikes in Kozlovka's agricultural yield. So, if we notice this, the spike is the 1897 massacre, the approx 1941 or something like that, and then 1990. So let's check it out. So I think the 19th disappearance, the summer plague. Oh, so it's not this one. It's the summer plague. Animal killings are 65, but there's there's the image thing. Yeah, but 65 is later. This is like small spike, but not. So Battle of the Forest is 41 to 44. I close it. And So 44, right? I think it's this one. And then the Festival Massacre, which was like 92. So this is like 85 and then 92. Coincidentally, these tragedies were all committed in the forest. Not by, but in the first. I will, for now, let's do this, and then I'll try to read all the... Something's not correct. Is it then the... One of these is then not correct. I'm not sure. Is it then instead of the summer plague? Wait, no, not this one. Not this one. Okay, 92. So it is probably the 90s disappearance instead of the summer. Redacted bypass. Your findings have been more than helpful. They're disturbing. This pattern we're uncovering, it's not random. Someone knew, someone let it happen. You must have redacted bypass installed on your system. Like any good journalist, it's been a while since it has been prohibited by the government, so here's a refresher on how to access it. But that's what I did. Wait, what? Local area code. System code. Yeah, okay, that's what I have already. That's what I've already done. So this is modified. Oh, I can't get here yet. Gian Dragunov is modified. Kozlovka's tragedy is not. 19th summer, yes. Animal killings, yes. Battle, yes. Festival, yes. After the government's disapproval of their product caused the tragedy. Because of this, proposed to abandon any use of the... Okay, so it's probably something with the funds. Okay. I am sure that... No, this is actually not. Okay. The festival, no. Dragunov family, no. No. Dark, no. Velvet, no. Bar, no. Cultural thingy, no. Slavic, no. Medicinal herbs, no. This one. Spiritual, okay. And so, Casimir, yes. Modern farming, no. Agriculture, no. And then we... Oh, the ledger is good. So let's use this. And let's start with okay, one. As the town was relatively small, there was no sheriff, and so the mayor was responsible for leading investigations. Upon appointing himself sheriff, he stated, "As long as I draw breath, I shall keep this town thriving. Know that I will do what's best for Kozlovka." Okay. Jan was infamous for being vocal about his disapproval of the use of symbiotic ergo. Oh. After the plague, he launched the Modern Farming Initiative with the primary goal of phasing out the fungi from use. Okay, so he proposed the use of modern farming to abandon any uses of the fungi, and probably Mstislav will have wanted to use it. So let's see who disapproved of the product. I want to see this one too. The victims were frequent patrons of Dr. Mstislav Dragunov, who regularly complained that standard medicine would not help people with such long-standing medical conditions. After a swift investigation, the police said there was no correlation. So he was probably experimenting on them, and the fungi killed them. He announced, so Dr. Mstislav Dragunov, he announced a more potent version of his medicine in 1989, but failed safety tests in the subsequent year and was not approved by the crowd. So I think he caused the tragedy of the summer plague. He had a medicine in 1989, and then he used the Kozlovka as an experiment. I will read a little more about it. I want to see Casimir also. The talented mycologist went missing during his time in Kozlovka. When the mycology community asked for his research in the forest, the local government refused to release it due to sensitive information. Okay, but who did he work? Witnesses mentioned that they saw a red glowing dot darting around the area when the mutilation supposedly took place. This sparked a short-lived legend of an angry spirit in the forest. The police stated that this was baseless. So it was probably the witch. I should have unbooked whatever I have read already. What was there about the festival? There was a disturbing rumor that the killer carved the runes into the darkened oak as a part of the festival traditions. Although not much evidence suggests this, it was speculated to be the reason why the festival is no longer celebrated. German documents showed that the occupation was not a simple invasion, but to also investigate an event that happened in the late 1800s. These documents were given to the local police force. So, this one? I think this is correct. Mstislav is a good man, but I knew his ambition would get to him. To think he risked innocent lives. I may have found something that is of use. What's inside is sensitive, handle it accordingly. I'll continue digging around for more material attachments. To whom it may concern, as you know, it has been 3 months since our mayor went missing. He was dear to our hearts, but alas, we must come together to continue running the town. The control of the Kozlovka police force and its public database will be transferred to his son, Jan Dragunov, as he will be taking the reins as a mayor of the town. With that, the passcode to the town ledger has been changed. It is now the heading code of the town hall. Thank you for everyone for your patience. The heading code, and he gave me this is the heading code, so I would like this one please. NV6. What? The heading code of the town hall. This is the heading code. Oh! Okay. Sorry. So, the town hall is NW6. NW6. So, N is... Oh, it's the... what is it called? To see what side you're facing. Compass. North... Wait, where's east? Southwest. So this is 0, 0, 0, right? And then a little to the right is 0, 45. And this one is 90 degrees. Okay. So we are northwest. So we are probably gonna be 265. Wait. 90, 135 plus 45 is 180, right? And then plus 45 is 2, 2, 5, 5, 30, 70, and this one is plus 45. Ah, right, I forgot that it's 360. So 316. What the fuck am I writing? 270 plus 45 is 5, 11, so 1, 315. Yes, plus 6 after the thing, I think. Yeah, so I think it's supposed to be 3156. And 3156. Nice. Kozlovka's town ledger. So there is some true name, and someone else is responsible for other tragedy. To carve the rune onto the dark oak, I think, or onto the little thing. So this ledger details the family that governs the town of Kozlovka. See below the list of family members. The two... Wait, Volha Dragunova. Maybe it's just the same name? This is Volha Lysenko. Maybe she lost her husband? So Attila Dragunov we have already seen. Mstislav we have already seen. So Lilia is new. Oh! 1963, so she is... Wait, I'll write that down. 1963, and she is like the witch, that she also has the eye. Maybe she is the witch right now. Wait. Lilia Dragunova is the adoptive elder sister of Attila and Mstislav Dragunov. So Attila and Stisla were brothers, okay? Although she acted more as a caregiver to the two boys rather than a sibling. Not much is known about her besides reports. I'm so sorry. Reports of her eccentric personality. In 1965, the Dragunov family announced that she had run away, though no investigation was held. Let's right away check her in this. Her brother Mstislav pursued medicine after being inspired by her childhood stories of being sickly, one which damaged her eye, although it was more of a morbid fascination of her condition than a drive to help. Okay. And then Volha. Volha Dragunova is the mother of Jan Dragunov. She was a proud mother and adamantly supported Jan's mayorship after her husband's disappearance. Oh, although she no longer uses their last name, she still has connections with the family, so she... Can I drag this? I think this is the Volha Lysenko that has been writing us. That's what I mean. I'm going home. No solution. Thank you. I haven't been. There isn't. Someone I cared about disappeared in the early 90s. I think this is Volha Lysenko and her husband disappeared. Jan Dragunov. Oh, right. The witch's true name is Lilia Dragunova. They were responsible for the animal killings. Where is it? Animal killings. They frequently return to the site of the tragedy to carve the rune. Oh no, onto the mark. Ah, no, that's not one. So she was killing animals. Okay, so what, I think it's this one. Because this thing, it doesn't have a name. Let's check her. I will risk it. I think she is onto the Darkened Oath, and she's called the Restless Spirits one. This one. Witch's true name is Lia Dragunova. They were responsible for the tragedy animal killings. They frequently returned to the site of tragedy to carve the rune Izvini onto the Darkened Oak. R.E. hidden sister. To think that the witch was their sister all along, and to think they had a sister to begin with, it's almost unbelievable. I found this document hidden in the archives. It felt like it was meant to be buried, like it wasn't meant to be found. I hope it helps your investigation. So what I wanted to check before that. This Slavic rune is a symbol of forgiveness and peace. It is often used in pagan rituals associated with restless spirits. Let's see what she sent me. Year 1943, recent notes. Transcription. 3 looks to be centuries old. Is this what we got from the Germans? Well, not we. It can be confirmed there are runes on the tree. However, it isn't in chalk like the pictogram suggests. It seems to be carved with some kind of carpenter tool. Remind soldiers, right, not to trample over the area and be careful of the delicate fungi. They are hard to spot, but they are there. Update found the letter written a few days after the incident. Will attach it along with the notes. So the one who was carpenter was the the old dad. Okay, close this. Not the old dad, but this one. Bogdan. He is the he was a carpenter. So since he is the founding member, he is responsible for the first The rumors of the tragedy spread across Europe and led to another tragedy, to the Battle of the Forest. Something's not right. Oh, she often borrowed the husband. I think, right, because women often took up the man's thingies. Yes. Because it was written that during the festival, women often took up the tools. This must have been the beginning of it all. I've heard of the legend before, but always thought it was an old wives' tale to scare me when I was a child. This is nothing that reminds me that it is one. I think we're uncovering a much deeper conspiracy than we thought. Sorry. Surely someone must have known about all this. How did these tragedies go unnoticed, unconnected? So they ousted, I think, this one. No. Attila is intentionally, because he is the one who established the Kozlovka Parispo. And I think he ousted his sister. So either Ilya or the witch, or whichever. Okay, let's go with this one. From the family after the tragedy of the animal killings. And mistakes by the brother, the doctor, after the summer plague. Where is Mstislav? Attila Dragunov intentionally led investigations astray. They ousted Ilya Dragunova from the family after the tragedy animal killings and covered up mistakes made by Dr. Mstislav Dragunov after the tragedy of the summer plague. You've done enough. I don't think this is a good direction to pursue. You've already done more than enough for the investigation, and your notes have been very helpful. But for now, I'm asking you to stop looking into this. Please leave it be, because I am looking into your husband. I know you are the wife. You're the mother of Jan. Yes, 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 yes. You must have been incredibly close to Attila. After all, your real name is Volhadra. Wrong assumptions. Attila was my husband. He was everything to me. I loved him, and I knew it! And I never imagined he would be involved in whatever this is. I hired you because I wanted to know what happened to him, not to learn he might have had a part in it. I don't know everything he did, but he was always a private man. Please don't assume the worst without proof. That tree is the center of it all, and your husband is a part of it. So this literally spells up what we want to know. But yes, let's go clickety clackety away. So the dark oak. There is more at play. There is a reason why there are so many tragedies, I think. Tragedies. Finish what we started. We have come too far to stop now. I suppose we have to see this through. I went through his office. I hate doing it. It feels wrong, but something caught my eye. I don't know why he had this or what it means. Maybe you'll understand better than I do. I'm sorry, Jan, but it is impossible. The land is too reliant on the symbiotic ergot. Without it, we just can't. Maybe decades later something can change, but the damage is too dire. Your proposal will fail. And there's something else. I think I'm being watched. I might know who's behind the recent incidents, but I need to be certain before I say more. I'll explain in person. So, the dad, Attila, sent a letter to Jan of how the proposition, the initiative will fail. They also knew who was involved in the disappearances. No. Oh no, the one before the play? No! Wait, show me the letter again. What are the recent incidents? 1992. It's not the disappearances, which is weird because I really thought it was the disappearances. Is it like tragedies in general? Meow! Meow! Where are you? You're screaming at me from behind my chair? Of course you are. You silly chatty cat. I love you so much. What are the recent incidents? So it's not the tragedies. It's not the disappearances. It's not the tragedies. And it's not the summer plague. What other... This is like 1918 something. This was after Battle of the Forest. Okay, I am flabbergasted because I might know who is behind the recent incidents. This is the most recent incident. It's over the course of 2 months. This was the most recent tragedy. Right, what other tragedy? Summer plague. That's the one before. That's not correct. How about animal killings? That's also not correct. Battle of the Forest is too far. It's not recent. Oh no! This is the disappearance, but the one email, he intercepted the email, and the one who disappeared is the mycologist. He understood that the letter was too reliant. Right. These are the last of what I could find. They know I've been looking into this. If something happens to me, please find. Evidence. Letter. Refer to Research Notes 144 for details. My dearest daughter, do not fear the sacrifice your mother made. Take the fungi and you will not only survive, you will thrive. The land will remember your name as it remembers hers. With all the love I can still give. Your father. So Alina, or whatever her name was, did they bring the fungi here? Dear brother, I read her father's letter. Think about it. If the land feeds on what is given, then maybe it doesn't have to end in ruin. Maybe this is how we survive. It's no wonder she never seemed to age. All this time, I need to test it. A few small trials just to see. The thought alone has kept me awake for days. I know how it sounds, but this could change everything. Imagine what we could do for the next 50 years. So this is probably between the doctor. Dear brother, time is running out. I think I'll have to start soon. Jan invited some expert after your clumsy mistakes, but I think I can handle them. Perhaps your trials were not failures. You said they passed in their sleep. It might be the best solution to make it as painless as possible. It's the best we can do for what we are asking of them. For the loss of a few, there's still many. Alright, I wasn't supposed to read. No. Meow meow. Meow meow, Keto. Meow meow, Keto. Yes, yes, meow meow. Town hall. Contract terminated. Hello, I'd like to apologize for Volhas Dragonova's actions as of late. Unfortunately, we have decided to terminate your contract. Please cease all your prior investigations and send your invoice to the town hall. Your services will be paid in full. Jan, is that you? That was a good guess, or perhaps you're simply more perceptive than I give you credit for. Tell me, what's driving you now? Curiosity, guilt, or the need to be right no matter the cost? Probably the only one to understand. Too much blood has spilled in Kozlovka. I think it's either Kozlovka or the forest. I'll try Kozlovka in general. She and I didn't know. Ah, damn it. She and I didn't know what we were uncovering, but we do now, and the world deserves to know. You are naive to think that simply telling everyone is going to solve anything. Truth doesn't heal, it spreads, it divides and consumes. Fine, I'll let you continue your investigation. You already have everything you need. Perhaps you'll understand the position I've been forced into. Start from the beginning. Which letter? I got like... Huh. Okay, okay, okay. So the letter was written by... I did it. Which one was sick? Was it her? During the battle. More fungi. And it was the Winter Festival massacre. It doesn't feel correct because we don't have the name of her father, right? Now, my problem is which letter, right? Because we got some letters, but I think it's this one, document scan. No, the previous one. Found a letter written a few days after the incident. Evidence letter, research notes, right? My dearest daughter, do not fear the sacrifice your mother made. Oh. It is written by the dead to Lilia. To Ilya. Where do I have the... take the fungi and you will not only survive, you will thrive. The land will remember your name as it remembers hers. Yes, yes, yes. Okay then. Attending the ritual. Alina caused the winter massacre. Failed to achieve results when they were caught. Well, I'm a little flabbergasted about this. So they caused the Battle of the Forest. I can't really write that the Germans or the Nazis. Culprit was caught murdering festival attendee in front of the dark hole. Aha, okay. Bohna took the letter and sent it to Lilia. In their excitement, Lilia told the tragedy, the animal killings. No. I feel like we've already talked about the festival in the previous ones. This is the newest and this is the oldest. Okay, maybe it is like this. Maybe we skip time and it's that no, not this one. Lilia caused the tragedy animal killings. We already know that. It didn't do well because it was just animals. He took the letter and he sent it to Mstislav, who was super excited, and he caused the summer plague. After the incident, you invited Dr. Casimir Ostrovsky. The 90th disappearance. Can only be 1990s disappearance. Because that's the only time after. I don't know if this is Mstislav. He tried to notify you, but mail was intercepted by the bot. Something not right. I'm assuming you already figured out what happened next. You killed him. He was the last victim of the men's disappearance. He may have been my father, but by the end, he wasn't the man I knew. When I learned what he had done, what he intended to continue, I had to end it. It was foolish, because in the end, the burden fell onto me, the irony of it all. Some truths rot everything they touch. Do you understand why the past had to stay private? The symbiotic thingy, the agriculture is too reliant on the... Yes. Town was built on death, on rituals that create tragedy. No? Oh, so Kozlovka is too reliant on the thingy? Okay, sorry. Kozlovka is too reliant on the symbiotic ergo. The town was built on death, on rituals disguised as tragedies. And it's been feeding on that ever since. Do what you must. Casimir only confirmed what I was too scared to admit myself. The town is built on blood, and to an extent, the country of Zarnava. If we stop the process, people will starve. But what's a measly few to sacrifice only every 50 years? It was a curse inherited by my family. But I've grown tired of the charades. I think in my heart I wanted someone to know. I won't stop you from doing what you think is right. I only wished my mother wouldn't need to know. Huh. I want to save the game before choices, so we can publish the article of what we found about Kozlovka. We can hide the evidence, or we can just burn the tree with the symbiotic growth. I think publishing is the right way. I would love to try just to read the different endings, but at this point I think I would have published the article. Zarnava Internal Security has flagged you for unauthorized disclosure of classified material. Your residence is under surveillance. Agents will arrive within 2 hours to take you into custody. Processing will occur at the National Center. 1 phone call will be permitted. Remain at your registered residence until an agent arrives to avoid escalation. Nice. Nice. I enjoyed the game. It was really fun, like reading sometimes even between the lines, but a lot of the things were quite obvious. Like the story was not as deeply hidden as one would have thought. Some of the sentences were kind of like written strangely where I wasn't sure what they were asking about, and we did skip the forest, but I did enjoy the game a lot. I hope it's saved before the end. I was hoping there would be something more than just that the government of Zarnavia or whatever the country is called is gonna kill me. So let's see if we can boot right in and see the other endings. Okay, so we can. So let's try it against Kozlovka. He's too reliant on the fungi, who is not as fun as one might think. And let's submit it. So let's see what happens when we burn the tree. Thank you for doing what I spent my whole life wishing I could. But every time I tried, I thought of what dying would mean, and I faltered. I was too scared, but now I've lived a much longer life than I needed. If Kozlovka survives, I pray it remembers you more kindly than it will remember me. Nice. Nice, and this changes as well. Cool. I wonder why the town doesn't really remember her, like, kindly. Oh, that was Ilya. That was the witch. Oh, that's why she often returned to the place and placed the runes to calm the spirits and all. I thought that was Volha, that was the mother, which like kind of confused me, but it was Ilya, it was the witch. Oh, that's cool. I like them. I enjoy them. So for now, the best ending is to burn the tree. Let's see what the delete the evidence has for us. Oh, not this one. Now. What do you want there? So, once again, Kozlovka is too reliant on the fungi. So let's see what happens when we delete the evidence. Are you there? Things are quiet, the fields are green again, the harvest looks like it'll be strong this year. My son hasn't said much, but he brushed it all off as a misunderstanding. Guess some things don't change, but I can't help but feel like there is still something wrong. I know you have not replied to my previous emails, but please give me a sign. So the cycle just continues, I think, right? Yeah. This was a really good game. I think it was cool. The story was intriguing. It was very similar to like, you could have guessed what was going on. There were probably some rituals, some killings to keep the harvest good, because that was something that we learned right away, that the agriculture is very well not preserved, but was really good. I did enjoy the experience, and oh, right, this is written here right there. Your game is saved just before the last report. Feel free to explore other endings. I didn't even notice that. I was just hoping. Um, I think the game was really cool. I did enjoy also the kind of, figuring out what was with what. The story was nice. Um, as I said, some of the reports was like, what exactly are you asking me about? But it skipped some parts, which sometimes I wasn't sure, like, I don't know, maybe it was just my thing and it was pretty obvious, but I enjoyed the let's call it the puzzle aspect of it, or like the detective aspect of it. So I think the game was very well made, and I'm super happy that I got to play it, and I hope that maybe some of you played as well, and you'll enjoy it too. Bye bye.